So now we're in episode 44 of Spidertron, Marathon Deathworld, Blind, Percent, etc. We've got a new copper mine up. We've got the walls doing wall things, and we're just gonna continue doing stuff. I guess these don't need to be here anymore. And what I did want was another intersection, because we're gonna, we're not completely fortified there yet. And it can go. Where can it go? It could kind of go like, can I line? Yeah, it's not going to go there. It's going to go like here. Sure. I was wondering if I could line up the diagonal segments, but the corner rail doesn't quite work like that. And yeah, we're also at a point where we don't care about fish anymore. So that's how that works. We could put it there, but this doesn't need to be there. Those don't need to be there. Those actually did need to be there. We'll put them back. Also, what are the signals doing at this point? Let's get this thing and just get rid of all of this stuff. And see what the signals are doing, because they're probably silly. Is there two signals there? There are two signals there, fine. I mean, do I care about this bit of the infrastructure being a mess? I kind of don't. I'm going to connect it, it's going to work. That'll be enough. But this one doesn't need to exist. Okay, apparently I'm just going to do it badly. That's also a way this can happen. Doing some stuff like that. Okay. Why are these guys not powered? These guys used to be powered. Oh, because they connect through here, which is also the laser power for the walls. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Now the thing is, if this guy is built, which it is, which means I no longer need these, and I can figure out how to get. What are you doing? Come back here. Figure out how to get this stuff into here. Because once I do that, this is actually the only thing standing between me and putting more pump jacks down, and B, giving that wall lighter oil. So that's, a nice place that we're kind of happy to be. This is definitely progress. Let's give some signals out to various places. Here looks like a good spot. These trains are also only going to be half length, because they're the fluid wagon trains. And yeah, I need 9 pump jacks, and then a bunch of fluid wagons, and that all should still just work. So I guess let's go and set those things up. Is all of this built before I leave it? It pretty much is, isn't it? And it's just this section continuing out to the side. I think. I mean, do we even bother building radars here? Because I'm about to go and stomp on this area anyway. I'm not sure that I care. I think I just go and do the thing, don't I? Yeah. Let's just go and get things and set them up. So fluid wagons, I think, are back at the base. Are fluid wagons back at the base? Yes, 4 of them, which happens to be exactly the number I wanted. What else was I going to do? Yeah, that's right. I copied this, and so I think the plan now is that I can just go all of this stuff. Build me more solar, thanks. Did these connect? I mean, they're not going to be the same even distance, but also don't really care. That's now just pleasantly extending our solar. And these guys, Yeah, these should hopefully overlap, but also, if only a bit, then fine. I can actually do that again, can't I? That's actually working out super well. I'm really happy with that. And that's just gonna be my solar blueprint now. Like, I have a solar blueprint and I can just extend that maybe once or twice more. And these guys have probably got, they got about another 700. How many does this train have? Yeah, like 1.2k. That's probably enough to have you go unload all of those. That'll be fine. Give me the fluid wagons, thanks. Turn this the other way, move it forwards a bit, and fluid wagons, fluid wagons. Okay, get in this train because we want to take it somewhere. First we want to go to light oil. I should have done it this way. Full cargo, go here, and then north wall, light oil, empty cargo. That one first. Because I need to, do I have, I did not make pump jacks. That's a bit of a shame. Work of robot speed is a thing I've said a couple of times. So, I think I'm actually letting this train just going to do its thing, because I also needed to build the pump jacks, and I need to go back to the base to get that stuff. So that train's going there, I'm going back to the base. How's the solar doing? Solar is just completely fine. Does it have a lot of power poles? It has a lot of power poles. It might actually need more rubber ports and radars. Like, I think it's going to be able to do these 2 rubber ports, but then not the next 2 rubber ports. Just, you know, counting how many rubber ports it's got in here. You know, that's fine. I decided to go through, I probably should have a bypass, and I'm at this point fast enough just to run in front of the trains and not care, which is nice. Pump jack noises. Also needs steel and needs steel. Okay, making pump jacks. Where these guys are going to need some of that. Yeah, I think I also... Yeah, purple science still isn't running. How are the module upgrades doing? The module upgrades are still... I'm still short of blue chips because green chips. Sure. Making the pump jacks. Steel, get rid of this. Cogs. Someone's going to need cogs. You're going to need cogs. Give me the rest of these, actually. Yeah, I will need a bunch of these. Okay. We've got the pump jacks. We've got lots of tanks. We've still got pumps. We can absolutely go and build... I actually need another train. Because unless I've got more trains in storage, I do not. Unfortunate. I've got a lot of belt left over. Which of these things don't I need? Probably the wood. Anyway, yeah, I need more trains because the one locomotive I have on me, which is that one, I need one to allocate to crude, and then another one to actually get me back. Where is... Engines are here. And it's steel and green chips and cogs, and I'm going to have to put... Yeah, I'm going to have you guys just hang out there for a bit. Some of that, and some of this, and then cog... I think that's what goes into a locomotive. Is that what goes into a locomotive? Not the cogs. Interesting. I wanted 3 of those anyway. Okay, put the cogs back. Slow because blue science. I think I've known that it's been slow because of blue science for a while now. And I don't think there's anything else I'm doing about it at the moment. You can come up here and go like there, whatever. Okay. I have 2 stacks of fuel. Actually, this was an interesting point. I was wondering whether or not the trains that visit this station actually stay here long enough for the fast inserters to put in a decent amount of fuel. I guess we'll find out. Oil, north wall, full cargo, go. I should probably give it some cargo. Okay, it's not going to go there, never mind. What are you waiting for? Oh yeah, because you changed to manual, because I added a carriage. Small face crude, empty cargo. Okay, so that's doing a thing. Solar is still completely fine. It's kicking away. This wall is... It's got 124 robots, that's kind of fine. It needs a lot more repair packs. And it also needs more walls, doesn't it? Like, this thing was actually short of having walls, and I needed to bring in more walls. Okay, that's going to be another thing to do. Pump jacks, pump jacks, pump jacks, pump jacks. Why did I not bring speed modules for the pump jacks? Silly. Okay, so that's going to be the other thing in the category of things we go back to the base for. More walls and speed modules. Okay, not there, apparently there. Yeah, this is pretty nice. We got ourselves some new oil. That's how speedrunners connect oil. Did I want... I think I did, didn't I? I wanted... In fact, it could even be like this. And then a pump out of this dude and into this dude. And all these things are going to be working fine now. And yeah, we've got the working fine noises of research finishing. So let's take it back to the base to pick up. What else do I want? Yeah, we're doing good work on all this purple research. Oh, more bot speed. More bot speed is going to be good. Okay. I mean, you're 13 down, so I may as well go and fill you up. These guys are complaining about not having flamethrower fuel because some of these are a bit too far away. Okay, fine. Now do all of these guys have flamethrower fuel? Yes, so that's fine. These guys are all fine. That wall is just... yeah, so I need walls and I need speed modules. And I probably can have some more signals. Like another one here. Let's do that. Okay. How much? Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not seeing warnings about things running out of fuel, so that's okay. Walls and speed modules. So yeah, we've added. That was a bit of an oversight. That's fortunately I'm coming straight back here anyway. But yeah, I've added nearly 4 belts, but in practice nearly 3 belts because I had a thing broken. Oh well. The thing I was going to do, because I was wondering how long these trains would actually be in the right place, is to upgrade the ones on the fuels to stack inserters, and I guess I can actually do it both sides, so that's nice. Like, these trains take so long that these inserters will just, you know, get everything in there, whereas the fuel ones load and empty very quickly. It was not landfill I needed, it was a wall that I needed. Wall is over here. And speed modules, which are sitting on the belt because I cut them so that they wouldn't use as many green chips, so that I could pour all of the green chips into this stuff. Okay, lots of Prod 3 modules coming up. That's so many more speed modules than I needed. I think that's also going to be a thing I deal with later. Speed mods go up there. Speed mods are one piece of belt, bit of wall. Steel train is there. How many trains can I fit here? I actually want to be able to fit more trains here, because I now have a lot more trains using these. So let's move this back to here. Is that going to be, that's not going to be quite enough space. Like here. So one train with 2 wagons, one train with 2 wagons. This one is going to be one train with 2 wagons, which means this one can come. Actually, that's going to be fine there. That will give me parking. 1 in the station and 1, 2, 3 parking. So that's going to be fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, speed module's done. Wall. These guys wanted wall. Let's put some wall over here. And then I just wanted to spread out a bunch more repair packs because they're going to be useful. Where is it? There it is. What were you doing? Yeah, that's looking pretty fine. We got some oil going, we got a train sitting there doing not much. We've got like lots of defensive work that just got done. And yeah, those guys are pretty happy. I have a lot more speed and efficiency modules than I need, but I also don't think I'm worrying about it hugely yet. Oh yeah, I had to put that other piece of belt on. Okay, you go away, because I want to drive this one like down here. So this might actually be the north expansion just done. Got the oil, both kinds of oil. Got the copper mine going. Get the copper mine going properly by adding that one piece of belt, like so. And now this is probably going to be close to 78, and I've got mining productivity 2, so that's going to be, it's going to be like close to 3-ish belts, which is fine. And now I guess the next thing we do is we wait, oh yeah, okay, so that's why, because you actually need one there. Yeah, prepare for the breach on the other side. Where did I put all the landfill? Did I put the landfill back in the base? That would have been a suboptimal move. Do I have... Did I end up with a lot of stone there? No, I ended up with a lot of wood there, which is, you know, fine. Okay. So I think at this point I just need to go back to the base, check in with the solar. I don't actually... So why? Neither of those are actually connected because they're too far away. They were inside the build range, but outside the connection range. That's a bit of a shame. That also means that this thing is not set up correctly, and it also means that these guys are not set up correctly because they will need to be lower down. Yeah. It's gonna have to be there. Unfortunate. Okay. But actually I should be able to figure out where these go again if I take... let's do that later, we'll worry about it later. They've got a lot of stuff to build now. Landfill? Where did I put the landfill? There's like another train with landfill around, is there? Did I also still have that box of mines just sitting there? I did. I don't really have a lot to do with those anyway. I don't think I was having bots place landfill. Did I just end up... Yeah, I just ended up using all the landfill to go there, didn't I? Fine, I guess I go and get more landfill. Of which I have some, but not a whole lot. So yeah, speed modules I will not need. In fact, all of these modules I will not need. I've got 3.5 stacks of miners, which means I need like 6 and a bit stacks of efficiency modules. I will actually need more wagons as well. I still have, yeah, I have this one, and then I have enough. I need more locomotives. I'm going to need to build a bunch more stuff, but I also just need to, like this one will be a more complex wall because this one had this nice little peninsula that we could just wall off, whereas this one is going to have to go like around it or something. But there's still kind of enough space to make that work. I think we're going to come across here and down and then in, like using as much of the land as we can. And like, do I have lasers? I have a lot of laser turrets. I don't have enough big poles. Do I have big poles in storage? Apparently not. Let's see what's next for the tech. Explosive damage. We're getting to the point where we need to turn purple back on again, which is kind of nice. How are the green ships doing? I'm not using both sides yet. I need to give it yet more trains. Okay, sure. Yeah, I needed... this is one of the things I was contemplating mauling with requester chests, but then have not, so whatever. Make a bunch more of these, need more copper. Get copper out of the furnaces. Make a bunch more of these, need more sticks. Sticks are over here. This is probably going to be enough for a while, maybe, although I do have to span the electricity all the way over that gap, so maybe it won't be. Yeah, I've got 70 of them now. Let's see how far we get. How's the power grid? Power grid is also completely fine. Yeah, wonder up. Wait, did I get the landfill? I did get the landfill. That was all the landfill I had, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, fine. I guess we see how far we get. And then what else do I do otherwise? And these guys still kind of need lasers. That's all fine. I could deal with these guys. Like, there's not a whole lot to do. I could give Solar its new roboports and radars and stuff. Where's the next one of these going to fit? going to fit like there. Not like that. Like that. What happened here? That was kind of bad. Did I do the same on the other side? No, good. Yeah, okay. It's still kind of faster, especially when you have the legs to be placing landfill by yourself, rather than having the bots do it. Is that... That is in fact all the landfill I had. Okay, so I guess we're not getting to the other copper outpost anytime soon. Like, we've got to go and make the landfill that we need. To actually be able to reach the place we want to go. Okay, what I wanted to do there was get a little bit of train spine with some signals on it. Is this even going to be... See where this fits and plug this in. It's actually to be a bit over here, isn't it? With one of these, because this intersection already has signals. Okay. So that's... Do I even want to put another radar station over there? I've kind of got what I needed it to do. I've got coverage. I'm not super interested in scanning this bit at the moment. Okay, so of all things, it looks like what I actually need to do at the moment is travel... I mean, I do have miners and efficiency modules, so that's cool. Yeah, do the destroying wall, where I've just got it with flamethrowers and crude oil. That's going to be behemoth things. 5% spawn, sure. Actually go back to my stone smelting, and actually let's go to the solar first. Let's not go here. Let's go all the way over here. Yeah, I need to upgrade my stone smelting, or my stone mining, so that I can make landfill to reach the next copper, which is kind of an interesting place. But all these guys are doing copper things, which is nice, and then I'm just waiting on... Yeah, I'm waiting on green chips, which is also a huge drag of copper, which is also why I'm going to the other copper. You're probably a green chips copper? Yeah, you are. Okay. Have all of them. I will have all of these things because I can at least craft some more landfill from it. Okay, so now let's go to the stone mining. Was there anything else I needed to check on? This all looks pretty fine. Big behemoths sitting around with... Yeah, they have explosive and physical resistance, but still not laser or fire resistance, which is bad for them, but like 3,000 hit points is a big step up over 375 hit points. So they take a fair amount to take down. I think what I actually want to do... Like, are any of these not working? Because I have 30 bots in there, so let's do things that look like... I mean, let's just do stuff like this. This is how a base expands, right? This is how Factorio was played. And then, Do I even want this committed to wall manufacture? I don't think I do. Do I have... I do have bots. Have some more bots, because I'm just going to have you do stuff like this. More landfill. Because we want a better way of turning surplus stone mined into landfill. I mean, I say this, I'm also aware that I'm going to use this landfill for... I'm going to use the landfill that I need to get this far, and then that's pretty much it. I don't really need the other things that I might be doing with this. And this is also kind of over-engineering the situation, but whatever. Okay, so if I do that, these two don't need to be there, so that's still just... I mean, that's still a 4-lane mix, which is cool. And then... do I just have... I can actually put one assembly 3 machine with me. Do I not have... This is the only assembly machine I have. Okay, that's a bit of a pain. Okay, give me back the things you're not going to need. I have 2 assembly machines. And some more stuff I can turn into landfill. Can I have one of these guys like... Yeah, that'll fit there. And then this is lane balancing. But I can actually change the way this lane balances. Because doing that will let me put this thing here, and now I can kind of tax both of these. We can go there. And then kind of similar thing here actually, but with a slide reversal. Like that, and then one of these going here, I guess. And I don't have bots because I gave them all to this dude who kind of still doesn't need them. Chests, power. Okay, so now I'm making landfill again. Do I... Let's limit these boxes because I just will not need this much landfill. And yeah. Am I mining stone faster now? Who knows? Okay, so that's actually all of that stuff done that I can. Solar panel load is coming along pretty well, but they're just choosing not to build some of it, so sure. And they absolutely could build this. They're just choosing not to, even though they've got it in their supply. Fine. I guess they've just got, yeah, they've got, they're randomly selecting which task to do at any one point, and it's just that they've got a lot more solar panels to put down and a lot more power poles than that one particular rubber port. So, you know, sure. Are these guys, if these guys are lined up, which they are, then the other one can just line up here and should be fine. And so, having talked about putting more things in the build queue, I've just put a couple more things in the build queue. It will be fine. Do I just go on a bit of a rampage and clear these guys out of yeah, because I'm kind of waiting for landfill, which is a kind of odd place to be at the moment. but that's, you know, it's a situation I'm kind of okay with. How many rockets do I have? I've got a lot of rockets. Am I? Yeah, I am actually on that side. Cool, so I can just come down here. Does this... And this station has trains waiting, which is cool. That's one of the important things. And some of these are not completely mining, but I'm also kind of okay with that, because these outside ones actually aren't going to run out for a while. They've still got a lot. Yeah, I'm still okay with that. This can mine slowly. I never expected that to be especially good because of the weird shape of the thing. This is doing stuff. Pump jack just pumping. Yeah. We're gonna do some. Lots of flamethrowers, lots of things, lots of poison grenades. Okay, cool. We're gonna wander out and do some basic security work. Like, not very much. We're just going to take care of a couple of these expansions because artillery is not a thing we have yet. Can we actually just walk through this? We might be at a point where, like, we're still walking in different directions to dodge where the worms are anticipating will be when they spit at us, but we can actually literally just walk through that. So yeah, that's the point where we are at the game right now. And this is like a kind of decent sized attack that we still just that's how that works. Okay, I think while I'm waiting for this landfill, do I actually want to push some of these bases? These could be, I mean, because this guy here is a huge source of pollution, and I didn't actually put lasers on this wall. Is this the side that I want to push? And it's got more oil that I might want. It doesn't have any more copper, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, there we were having a bit of a chill outside the walls, just because that's where we are in Marathon Deathworld at the moment. Is that the wrong way? That is the wrong way, isn't it? It's supposed to be that way. Signal is on the right of the train. So what are we doing? Because we need a couple of... Because if this is like 10 wide, if it's like a block of 10 by 10 is this much, then we need probably a couple of thousand landfill to get from point A to point B, and I don't think I've made that much yet. Where stone is over here. Yeah, I need to find other things to do to occupy myself until I have enough landfill to secure the other copper. And like, pushing those things sounds fine, but I was about to say the thing to do might be to secure enough blue science, except that I've kind of got enough of that going as it is, and I've got spare prodmod 3s, which means that this upgrade is done, which is cool. It's still just waiting on copper though, isn't it? It's waiting on green chips, and green chips are waiting on trains to make good decisions about which lane they go into, but otherwise just more copper, which is waiting on the landfill. Yeah, because these trains turn up, they disgorge all of the green chips they've made. I am using it at like that's less than 2 blue belts, because that's just the rate that is coming off the train, but I'm using it at that rate. It just disappears, and then the green chips, when I find the station, they're getting made at this rate, so I'm using them at about twice the rate I'm actually making them, which is a bit of a shame. And I would have to move this around as well, actually, so let's do this less than... let's just make a lot more of these, and then after that's done, delete this entire section, and then move. Yeah, I'll be able to fit another 4 before that roboport if I get rid of all of this stuff. And that will give me more blue science, which I think I need. It does, like, it certainly looks like blue science is the thing that's short, and maybe that's also just because of the rate at which these assemblers are getting green chips, or yeah, maybe assemblers, maybe just not having enough green chips, you know. But that's where we are right now. Give me all of these. Make me more of those guys. 3, 7, 2. Because I need to, yeah, the other upgrades I need are, I need these guys are going to get upgraded to module 3s, and then also beacons to make that worthwhile. I'm going to have that in a different place because I want to put a beacon here. These, I guess, I mean, start doing this, I think, is the theme. So that means this needs to move as well. Does it? Yeah, I probably want like 6 of them. I don't need as many as the yellow science because we're interspersing the purple stuff with the military stuff. Speaking of which, how is the military tech doing? Is this all slow because military tech? This could be. And the answer is no, I've got a buffer. It's fine. Everything is just going. 1 hour consumption of resource packs. I mean, we're still banging away at like nearly 100 a minute, which is pretty fine for expensive mode. Okay, I guess we are. I said I wanted 6 of these, didn't I? Okay, so this much of you wants to not exist, and this much of you wants to not exist. And then this goes here. Can I guess I just put it there. Have all the rail. Have all the rail. All the rail. That's not rail. That's still kind of. That's still going to be annoyingly in the wrong place, isn't it? Okay. New plan. This goes like that. And we do this. Because this lets us beacon this on both sides. And we've got 6 of these things, and this spot here doesn't look particularly beaconable either, but whatever. In fact, both of this is a bit of a mess, isn't it? But I can also go productivity modules on the left and put it there. Such modules. Okay, because now I can put this here. Can I? And the answer to that is yes. Okay, and then this thing was to go from 1 to 3 for all of these guys. Because what else do I want at this point? Laser firing speed. Rubberport 2. Yeah, let's get some firing speed. It's still going to give us, you know, whatever. So that's all of those upgrades. We still just need the green chips. And then the other thing that wants to be upgraded from 2 to 3 is just all of these guys. Just like upgrade all of that stuff, thanks. And then it might also be worth upgrading some of these speed modules to speed 2s, because at the moment I'm giving out 20% speed. I could be giving out 30% speed. That's still quite a lot of resources being committed. And then the next thing to do is figure out how to expand blue science a bit, which is still also dependent on green chips, because, you know, of course. Oh, the other thing I was thinking of doing, maybe that's the next thing to do in between, or maybe that's the thing I do a bit afterwards, is figuring out the next LDS station. LDS, the rocket fuel station. Actually, either of those can go there, can't it? Flight oil. Do I have fluid wagons? I don't have fluid wagons. Because I can just put a small rocket fuel build here. I'm almost at the point of researching the silo. I've got a lot of this stuff. I still need to do RCUs, which, yeah, I'm going to need a lot more green chips to do RCUs. That's going to be a nightmare. But he's actually getting towards the number I thought I would need. Fluid wagons. I think it's just these two, isn't it? Maybe cogs. Making some cogs myself, that's fine. What do I have that needs steel? It's probably not a great place to cache steel, but whatever. Turn these guys on, because you've got stuff to do. Actually, I decided for the fluid ones, it's stack and sodas, isn't it? And on both sides, because you guys need fuel quickly. Okay. I have a smelt place light oil. Do I? It's RF light oil. Yeah, because I'm already kind of thinking about moving this from, you know, we've kind of got smelt face here, and then we've got rocket components over here, so this is RF light oil, fine. RF light oil it is. Empty cargo to light oil, full cargo. Yeah. Go bring back some light oil. I don't think I'm actually going to be doing anything with that now, though, am I? Don't think I can be bothered right now. How much landfill do I have? 300 there and 800 there. Maybe that's enough. And then I've got like a small amount on me that I've been handcrafting nastily. Let's go pick up all this. I've still got some of these guys. Let's get rid of these guys. They don't need to be in my inventory at all. That's where I've got landfill. Interesting. I thought I had a box that I put somewhere. And then, you know, promptly forgot about it. Do I need more smelting? I don't actually need more smelting of anything at this point, do I? Can just go there. Wood does not need to be in my inventory. Such a mess of different things. It'll be fine. Actually, with all of this landfill that I've just picked up, I almost certainly now have enough to build this land bridge. which means that, so like I might push through this episode, but it means that next episode we're probably going to be securing this, and then seeing how many trains we can push back to. Why is this one out of range of, so these, oh, this one's actually a couple of squares behind. That's a real shame. Does that mean I can move this one forwards? No? It looks like I could move it like maybe 1 square forwards. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. Then we'll build the rest of that solar. Sure. Sure. The joys of not doing things with sensible blueprints. Okay. You can get out of my way, and you can go all the way up here. I should see some bots in the air somewhere. I'm sure you had. There we go. And then I should see all 33 robots kick into gear to put these other, 2 and a bit thousand solar panels down. That also means that this guy's probably going to be out of range of... Is it? I can't actually tell. Where... No, these two should overlap, should be fine. Just above the tree, yeah, they'll connect. So all of that will get built. Yeah. I don't think there were any nests on this island at all, were there? Yep, that's how that works. Did I bring rail with me? No. Okay. Do I have... I should probably bring power for laser defense, for which I have lasers, so that's cool. That is where they connect. Do not have rail stations yet, but it's fine. I'm just doing this for the power network. I think I might... Oh, only 68. Okay. 68 will be enough to do that, and then enough for a little bridge there. Can I... Yeah, that'll fit there, won't it? That'll do quite nicely. Doing those things, bombing that thing. This is going to be like a temporary little section of stuff, but it's going to mean that I can do silly things like this. Yeah, sure. That's probably going to be secure enough, right? Probably. Yeah, so that's going to be secure enough to do that. That means I'm pretty happy. I mean, I could also put walls there. Do I have? I do have walls. Okay, so that's now super safe, pretty much. And I should be able to have a little land bridge through here. And where's my rocket launcher? Do I have rockets? I have a lot of rockets. And yeah, this looks like it's going to go largely the way of the other stuff too. So this will now also become ours. Is that an expansion? Let's take out the expansion quickly. Doink, that's that, and that's that, and that's going to be a thing we're going to lean into next time. Yeah. We got the copper mining, we got the oil building up, we got an attack happening somewhere. These guys getting damaged is exactly the point, because it means that the turrets that are actually doing the defensive work don't. Yeah, still need more copper trains. Would be nice if some of these copper trains decided to prioritize the other side, but you know, I guess whatever. It'll be fine. Need to upgrade the things. Yeah. Need to get the upgrades. So need to get the upgrades. Need to get the copper to expand the blue science and the red chips to be able to turn the purple science back on and build the rest of the modules, to upgrade the rest of the labs, and then kick into the silo and Spidertron and nuclear weapons research. That's pretty much where we are. It's pretty good. How is the solar node? The solar node is also pretty good. And power-wise, we're generating 480 with our reactors, and between that and the solar, we are more than covering, I think. Let's have a look at the... Yeah, this is pretty good. So on the daytime, we are already producing like a third of our power with solar. And eventually, the thing we can expand to, though we probably won't need to, is these peaks, or these nuclear low points can be zero if we get the solar panel up high enough, and then the entire area under this nuclear power curve, which is how energy storage works, can be like dumped back into the network entirely at the peaks, when it just needs to fill up this gap of solar power that we don't have. So yeah, what technology are we doing next? Sure, I guess. And I could also move on to artillery. That's a thing that actually doesn't need purple. But yeah, that's a pretty good time. This is going to be ours. This nice 9.8 million copper patch will be ours. These guys are going to have some bad days. Yeah, good stuff.